Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. And in this episode, we have 3 more news stories. First, about the angry towel lady. Second one about the Karen who hasn't realized yet that she's messing with the wrong person. And our third story is about an angry boss who calls the wrong number. So thank you, everyone, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's get started. Angry Towel Lady. I'm a fan of this sub and have had occasional IDWHL experiences wherein folks have made the honest mistake of thinking I worked at whatever store we happen to be in. Upon politely being told no, they all apologized for their assumption, walked away, and that was that. I even helped people when I knew what they were looking for. No biggie. That said, I work with the general public and I know how nuts some people can be. Many are just douche canoes looking for a fight. Well, this happened only about an hour ago, and I'm still laughing about it. After work, I drove to a home goods store to buy some new towels. I was wearing jeans, flats, work polo, and had my purse and a shopping cart with me. I was looking at towels, trying to decide which ones to buy, when a lady came down the aisle and stood near me. She grabbed a towel and carelessly tossed it back onto the shelf in a crumpled ball. This store's shelves are usually pretty disheveled, exactly because of people like her who can't be bothered to put stuff back properly. I selected a couple of towels, and the lady suddenly sucked her teeth in annoyance, turned to me, and this was the interaction that took place. Towel lady: "This store is always such a mess." Me, ignoring her. Towel lady: "How am I supposed to find anything with this mess?" Me, still ignoring her as I continue browsing the towels. Towel lady: "You're not even doing anything. Why aren't you actually cleaning this mess up?" Me, giving her a confused, annoying look. "Excuse me?" Towel lady: "You're doing such a terrible job. This aisle's a mess." Me, "I don't work here." Towel lady: "Then why are you wearing that?" Me, blank stare. Towel lady, raising her voice: "Your shirt!" Me, "It's a polo." Towel lady: "It's a uniform shirt." Me, "Yes, but not for this store." I turned back to the towels and she lost her crap. Towel lady: "You are incredibly rude. I know you work here. I've seen you here before." I ignored her again and finalized my decision, grabbed a few more towels and dropped them into my cart before heading out of the aisle. Towel lady began screeching: "You are so unprofessional. I'm getting your manager. Have fun cleaning up your crap." I turned slightly to see her grabbing handfuls of towels and tossing them onto the floor before storming off. I calmly walked toward checkout. Upon reaching the line, I saw a towel lady at the front shouting at the cashier about the store's horrible customer service. I was next in line and was called over by the other cashier. When towel lady saw me, she started pointing at me and screaming, "That's her! She ignored me. She wouldn't do her job and clean up the mess." I'd had enough of her crap and responded, "Oh, you mean the mess you made? I already told you I don't work here. I'm not sure what else you expect from me." She gave me a death glare. One of the cashiers was like a deer in the headlights while the other calmly said, "Ma'am, she doesn't work here." The manager showed up at that moment and asked what was going on. Towel lady again began shouting about customer service and pointing at me. Manager looked at me, confused, and said, "Which employee are you referring to?" Towel lady pointed at me again. I was busy paying for my nice new towels. Manager: she's not an employee here." Towel lady was suddenly at a loss for words and actually looked embarrassed. On my way past them, I told the manager, "You might want to check your security footage of the towel aisle." She threw a tantrum and tossed merchandise all over the floor. The manager raised his eyebrows in surprise, and towel lady looked stunned as I walked out of the store and laughed all the way to my car. I wish I could have stuck around to see what happened next, but I had to get home to make dinner. In the moment when you leave, I feel like if you had sunglasses on your head, they would magically fall onto your face. And our next story. Fat Walmart Karen. Want to start this story off by saying that when I do go live shopping, as I like to call it, I mind my own business. I don't ask for help, and if I can't find an item, I decide I don't need it and move on. I hate public places with people milling about as it raises my anxiety. Kind of funny considering my job. So generally, when I go to a store, I power walk to the areas I need to be in, grab my stuff, pay, and get out. This particular shopping trip was pretty much the same. I walked into Walmart, grabbed a card, and began my normal routine. It was 11 p.m. I work odd shifts from 2 to 10 p.m. and I shop at night, so there was hardly anyone in the store except for the weirdos, so power walking through was always easy. I got through about a quarter of my list before I realized somebody was following me. When I turned to look, there was an older woman, overweight, with sunglasses on her head and 2 different types of animal print on her body. I give you it. Fat Walmart Karen. Finally! Were you trying to outrun me? Me. I didn't register that anyone would follow me around while I'm shopping. What do you need? Well, it doesn't matter. If you're shopping and off the clock, you still work here and you still need to help customers when they need help. I raised my eyebrow at her, then continued my routine. I was wearing a light blue shirt with my company's logo in huge letters on the back and front, as well as long black shorts and black boots, as was my company's dress code. My shirt even had my job title stamped in huge letters below the company logo on the front and back of the shirt. Security. Even though I was in the right colors, they were the wrong hue, and she was an idiot. I had no time for that exchange and just wanted to get home so I could eat and sleep. I got a couple of aisles and several more items checked off my list before I felt a stabbing pressure in the middle of my shoulder blades. I turn around to see Karen's long nails in the process of going to stab me again. Me. Do it again and I'll have you arrested for assault. Karen, you need to do your job. Me. You need to learn how to read. What does my shirt say? It was like she just noticed my shirt, the logo, and the title. Her eyes grew big before they narrowed again in the typical Karen fashion. Guys, I am short and non-threatening build-wise, so don't blame her for making the same mistake as everyone else, thinking she can intimidate me. However, she had no idea who she was messing with. I once tore my esophagus screaming to freak another Karen and her husband bad enough to run away from me in Target. Karen, well, it doesn't matter because you're in hospitality and you should help me. I'm going to call your employer. Me. You're going to call an officer of the law to complain that I won't help you in Walmart at midnight after you assaulted me. Go ahead. She was talking over me at this point, so I pulled out my phone and dialed the midnight officer. Once I got him on the phone, I explained it through her rant and said, sure, hand her the phone. So I did. She went from being smug to scared in less than a minute talking to him. She handed me the phone back before hippo stomping her way to the next aisle. I don't know what he said, but I was grateful that I didn't see her again as I finished my shopping. The next night, as I was on my way out, the midnight boss was on his way in, and he stopped and said deadpan, was she fat? She sounded fat. Me, hippo. Boss, well, have a nice night. We are people of few words. Stop calling. I don't work for you. This has been taking place over the last few weeks, but let me give you the background. I don't know any other job that does this, but my job will have my boss text me what my work schedule is for the week. If they are short-staffed, she'll text me the night before asking, not demanding, me to do a shift. I know no other job that has that setup, but I'm sure there are plenty. A few weeks ago, I got a text from Karen at 1 a.m. Jorge, this is Karen. You're on first shift. I woke up since I really need to turn my text alarms down, so I messaged back, I'm not Jorge. There is no Jorge. So, nope. Karen then texted back, Jorge, stop messing around. I am Miss Bob. I am your supervisor. You need to do as I say. I text back, still not Jorge. I'm avocado, and I don't know Bob. I don't even know anyone named that. I'm female to boot. You got the wrong number. Please check it. After that, no texts until the next day, which followed the same formula. This went on for a couple of weeks, every couple of days. Then one day, I started getting calls from strange numbers. All would hang up and then text me, calling me Jorge's name, and all with the Karen saying she tried calling him but got no one. Seriously, she would hang up before I could even answer, during the first ring. I tried calling her back and even left voicemails telling her, I'm not Jorge. Stop calling. Stop texting. I don't work for you. She did that repeatedly for a while until yesterday. Yesterday, she called me when I was just getting off work and my friend was picking me up. Is that her? Asked my friend. Yep, I replied and answered the phone. She was on it this time and livid. Hell, I started, but never got it out. Jorge, stop this nonsense. You need to get to work right now. Just get here, she snapped. Look, lady, I don't work for you. I'm not a guy in any way. Do I sound male to you? Stop this BS, I said. My friend wandered off while I was on the phone. I wasn't too far off from my workstation. Karen was now going off and swearing. I am your supervisor. If you don't come in, you are fired, she yelled. I don't have a supervisor. I have a manager, and she doesn't have a man's first name or last name or sound insanely suspicious, I snapped. I was so done with this. I was about to start yelling horrible things when my manager touched my shoulder. My friend found my manager and got her. My manager gestured to me to hand over the phone. And I did, as I could hear Karen going totally nutso on the other line. Stop yelling now. How dare you treat my employee so poorly, snapped my manager. After some more shouts that could be heard over the phone, my manager then yelled, If you ever talk to my employee again, I am calling the cops, she shouted into the phone before clicking a few buttons. Sorry, I blocked her. Just block any number from here. She's not with us, she said. No kidding. Karen thought avocado was named Jorge. She's not, said my friend. That's crazy, said my manager. So my phone started to ring. It was another one of the numbers Karen used. Her again? Asked my manager. Yep, I said, and blocked it. I was scared to block her in case she was a boss in some way. Here, as I do have a few male nicknames as a nickname, I thought maybe she was confused, I said. Nope, only I or the other manager will message you your schedule, and we'll never raise our voice at you like that. If you have a boss that does that, report them, said my manager before she sent me off to enjoy the rest of my day. I love my boss and friends. They're all so awesome. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.